Greetings, citizens of Nerdtropolis. Sean Todd here, the mayor of Nerdtropolis, and on this episode of Real Insights, my guest is Alix Angelis, who stars in Imaginary and This Is Me Now. Hey, Alix, it's great to meet you.
Yeah, I'm glad to meet you too.
Congratulations on a fantastic 2024 already, I must say, with two great films, Imaginary and This Is Me Now. You've kicked off the year trending already, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw Imaginary, had a great time with it. It's one of my favorite Blumhouse films. I don't do horror, but for some reason, this one really stood out to me. I like how it has fun towards the end as well. There's some great jump scares, and one of your scenes totally scared me, that's for sure. I was like, oh, I did not see that coming. So in Imaginary, you're delving into the eerie world of childhood imagination. Did you have an imaginary friend growing up?
I didn't because I had a twin sister. So she was always with me, always my playmate. I didn't need to imagine someone.
Just this came to my mind, but what a story that would be if they had a horror film and someone thought they had a twin sister, but it was an imaginary person that looked like them and that was never really there.
Right. I actually wrote a short horror script about this. Um, so we'll see.
That'll be a good one. You are already part of the horror franchise. Any creepy interactions with Chauncey the bear? I saw your Instagram post. Looks like you love Chauncey. Is he that cute on set?
No. So the Chauncey on set was pretty creepy. He's like the worn out, I don't know what they did to his eyes, but those are like the real, like the ones that we've been interacting with at the premiere and stuff are like all cute and cuddly. And no, real Chauncey's not like that.
And I heard like he comes apart. Is that true? Like they assemble Chauncey, or is like he's like they made like several of them for the movie?
Yeah, well, there's like animatronic, and then there's like the soft and cuddly, and then there's he has different facial expressions. So it was all practical, very cool. And so yeah, you can replace his head and stuff like that.
That might be a child toy they need to make where you can kind of piece together a Chauncey and make him how you want. Have you seen those cuddly toys where you like open the mouth and its eyes change and teeth come out? They like make these toys for kids where they actually look cuddly, and then when you kind of push a button inside, it kind of changes its emotion to sharp teeth and scary eyes.
No, that's awful. Oh my God. That's so mean. I guess maybe there are some kids that like it. Probably.
There might be some kids that like that stuff. It's a PG-13 film, but I didn't really feel it PG-13. I thought it went a little harder than that, just because I don't think kids should be watching this, especially if they have imaginary friends or still play with a bear. It's really eerie.
That's the thing, right? Because I guess from a traditional standpoint, there's not anything really super violent. I guess there's not that much gore. There's anyway, but I understand. Yes, I agree with you because we're dealing with like childhood trauma in this story and like psychological sort of damage. So yeah, I think it is a lot for and complicated for kids. Those standards that they use for ratings don't necessarily take into account that kind of thing.
Yeah, in the middle of all this too, you have Pyper playing Alice, who does like an amazing job and really sells it. It's crazy. Can you talk about Pyper on set and what she brought?
Yeah, so Pyper Braun is amazing. She has such a huge personality. When I first got to set, it was lunchtime, and I was like all haggard, and there's a scene you'll see, and she just comes right up to me and was like, "You're my mom." And gives me this big hug. And I'm like, "Oh, hi." This is a weird first impression, like dirty and bedraggled. But she brought so much energy. She is so young, but like can hold her own so amazingly in any room and definitely on set. She brought so much vulnerability and just really like a strong work ethic at her age. It's like crazy amazing.
Yeah, she does a great job. And I actually spoke to Veronica Falcone the other day about the film, and that scene that she has with her in the kind of the session and talking to Chauncey really creeped me out. That was a very eerie scene for me.
Yeah, and Pyper's emotion in that scene specifically, I was like, and yeah, Like you never want your kid to have to go through that kind of thing. And I don't know, she put herself there.
Yeah, and that scene also, I'm not giving anything away, but there's a cool twist that comes out that I didn't see coming as well after that session of about Chauncey in general. But also, I love kind of like the button eyes they're doing in the film that you got to wear kind of.
Yeah,
How does that work, putting those on? And can you see through those?
not really. I mean, it's very like, blurry and not really. I needed a seeing eye person to help me. It's prosthetic and they can be taken out, like plucked out of your head, which thank goodness, because it would have been very claustrophobic to wear those all day long. But yeah, the special effects makeup was amazing. And my one scene where I wear them, I had to be sort of attacked and tackled, and it was this strange choreography where I had to avoid the camera, like smashing my head into the camera, and the stunt person caught me and saved my life. Thank goodness. But yeah, it's one of those things where becoming the creature, you are scary to everybody out there, and you're like, what? Oh, I look like this. I get it. But yeah, it was fun.
You're no stranger at exploring different genres, that's for sure. What drew you to the horror genre and especially imaginary?
So I tend to be cast as sort of a scary element in these films. I don't know, some people expect me to be like the girl that's running away screaming, but I in every film that I've been in, I've been the monster or some sort of deranged person that's unsettling in some way. I think it's just my typecasting, no, no, but really, those parts are really fun and liberating because you get to be surprising, do something unexpected, in a way that you know a leading lady kind of role is more poised and more, I don't know, human. So to get to be an evil teddy bear manifestation is fun.
Yeah, that's such a fun film, and I hope they actually dive more into the world they introduce because it's a lot there. I feel like they embedded a lot of little Easter eggs too, and a lot of subplots, and so I hope there's more imaginary.
Yeah, me too.
And another great film you started, This Is Me Now. Absolutely loved it. I was actually surprised. Kind of reminded me back in the early '90s where music videos were like cinematic and like
Yeah.
really went all out. It's a visually stunning film, a deep personal journey for Jennifer Lopez. What was it like to work with such an icon?
I can't describe. So she was present for every aspect of that film. And you'll see this in the documentary that came out about the making of too, the greatest love story never told. Every decision she had her hand on. And somehow, with all of these extremely diverse and various questions and being pulled in all sorts of ways, she had such grace and took the time to connect with everybody on set. Her work ethic and her bravery for making this on such a large scale and for it to be so personal to her, that's really inspiring. I mean, it really made me want to just go ahead and do the creative projects that I have in mind. So yeah, it was really special to be a part of that story.
Yeah, it looks great on screen. You have a favorite J-Lo song?
Yeah, one of the songs on this new album, This Is Me Now, called Broken Like Me. You'll see in the movie, it's where she's in the like therapy group. It's really powerful.
I'm digging every single song on this album. Everything is like
Yeah.
a hit. It's awesome.
Right? And it's sort of kind of like whimsical. I think that she kind of leans into that. And maybe it's because I experienced the album first through the lens of being in the cinematic experience, but it's full of magic. And I think that really is cool in this day and age to like really go into the heart and sort of whimsical nature of what it is like to be in love and believe in love.
What sets this film apart from other projects you've been a part of?
This is really different from anything. It's to be a musical and a biopic and a film with scenes that connect it all in a narrative arc. Yeah, I've never been part of anything like that. So to get to be a kind of symbol of certain things and I don't know, to be like a metaphor for larger concepts and like high concept things, that's always fun because you get to kind of, I don't know, be magical.
No, it's a one of a kind film. That is for sure. Something I've never seen before, experience, and I'm sure, just like you said, to be a part of it, just one of a kind experience. The rest of the cast consists of such a talented ensemble. How fun
Yeah.
was it to be around everybody? Because I mean, there's just so many different types of people of different walks of life on that set.
Yeah. I was most starstruck by Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Who I actually got to interview for Nerdtropolis. I geeked out with him, nerded out with him, obviously. So yeah, that would have been my person there, but a great cast in total. So yeah, lots of fun on set, I'm sure.
Yeah, and we, had a whole friend group that were Jen's friends. We actually have a text thread with all of us still on it. We've remained close friends. So life imitating art.
Yeah, I love the just everyone that's in here and pops in and out. Dave Meyers directed this film, who is extremely talented. What's
Yeah.
his style like on set?
He's kind of very quiet. You think of directors as maybe being, bombastic and shouting direction and like orchestrating this whole thing. And he would come over and just be like, so in this scene, we want to like portray this kind of feeling and just come, and it was super personable and collaborative and just very calm and wanting to serve Jen's story. And yeah, he was really great to work with. I hope I get to work with him again.
Yeah, I hope he does more stuff like this too, or just even starts doing actual feature film. Like he has so much talent. He's done so many great things with different artists. You've been part of 2 great films already in 2024. What is next for you?
I have another horror film coming up. It's on the festival circuit right now called Do Not Watch. Premiered at Screamfest to a sold out crowd, and it was very well received. So we'll see how that goes, and can't wait for you guys to see it.
I'm gonna put that on my radar because obviously you're doing great in horror, but I'll see you in everything. You're really talented, and it's fantastic to see you really do well in 2024 and beyond. So, Alix, thank you so much. This was fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Once again, this is Chauncey, the mayor of Nerdtropolis, and stay tuned for more movie news, reviews, interviews, and trailers.